talking to all the 405 boys. Really, good morning, everybody. We're coming to you live right here from inside the main build facility, Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. I'm Tom, and we all know Claude Rains, the Invisible Master. Bub. Oh, here comes Bub with the shaft, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Bub.
What are you doing back there, dude?
How we doing today?
We're filming from up here today at the table.
Are we?
Yeah.
I'm right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by BubbasExoticMotorsports.com. That's BubbasExoticMotorsports.com. Shop online for all of our apparel and
this is just awkward.
$19,000 in accessories. Bub.
No,
it's not like I'm going. It's not like this, Bub.
Stop, dude. That's just strange. Get it? Get it?
Very good, Bub.
This is strange.
Miss Outlaw Boutique, for the finest in boutique fashions and apparels. Miss Outlaw Boutique, the moose is loose. Wednesday night, Bub, at Miss Outlaw Boutique. Wednesday or Thursday night?
Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We're not doing that tomorrow. Thursday.
Thursday night, the moose is loose. 1200 Town Center Drive, Suite 108, ladies and gentlemen. You will see the amazingly, stunningly beautiful supermodel Layla Von Athey and her beautiful mom, Robin. There, men's night, 6 to 8. Men, come get all of your girls' fashion, accessories, and apparel from Miss Outlaw Boutique. It's going to be amazing. Monster Energy is energy done Bubba style. People want to know, how do you keep building these cars around the clock?
I don't think that's what people want to know. They want to know what's got you going.
Monster Energy, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus.
It's what's out there. Bub, what else do you expect from me? Turbonetics. Turbonetics are turbos done Bubba style, Bub. You are the official R&D guy for Turbonetics every time they release a turbo. This is your second concept car. The first one, it just sold and went into a private collector's museum in Louisiana. The second one is the Bubba's Exotic Motorsports SEMA 17 Mustang.
Yep.
Incredible machine, man.
Hey, man, pretty solid, dude. It's actually funny. So you know that we did swap out the exhaust. As everybody saw, if they did stay tuned to our stuff, we did swap out the exhaust from the Borla Attack Series, which was a 3-inch turbo. Nothing like product placement, huh?
Right on. That's what they pay for.
Check it out. So we did have a 3-inch turbo back system on this car from Borla Exhaust. Let me tell you, dude, with the way that that motor spools up, 603 rear wheel horsepower, seems like a small number in today's world, but let me tell you, that power to weight ratio, the way that that power band comes on in that car, it is really fun for a street car. No chance is it a solid strip car at all, but it is a really fun street car. It lays down some serious numbers. Dude, that boost at 27 pounds, this thing gets pretty hefty in terms of its compression. It does get fairly loud. So we actually did, after SEMA, post-SEMA, we did pull the Attack Series mufflers off of that car.
Yes.
We went to their S-Type, and let me tell you, I don't know.
Premier, man.
That may possibly sound better than a Ferrari.
Yeah, car sounds
That's like
good.
a super, it's got like a really deep, low tone to it, a really nice growl, and it just, I mean, it's like, it's spitting and popping just like high-end Lamborghinis, Porsches,
Yeah.
Ferraris do. They've got that gurgling backfire, shooting flames everywhere. Oh my God, come on, dude.
It's crazy, Bub. I was behind the Bubba's Exotic Motorsports SEMA car the other day in the Bubba's Exotic Motorsports
That thing's got a
Jaguar.
butt on it, dude.
It's low fat. The booty on that thing is hitting, dude.
That's
the
right.
only 603 stock block EcoBoost, non-internally touched Mustang ever built, man.
That's right.
Pretty cool, Bub.
So that has nothing to do, though, with what we're talking about today. So let's get right to it.
Wait a
what
minute,
are you
Bub.
building here?
We got to say good morning to our new sponsor out there. One of the things we've been wondering about for a very, very long period of time, Bub, is placing a reputable fuel sponsor.
Yeah, that's always a tricky one too, man, because it's hard to get not only just a fuel in general, right? That's per application. You know, when you start dealing with high horsepower applications, you deal with different fuels, different additives, different mixtures, different RONs. So you've got all these different things that you've got to deal with, and some cars require 100 octane, some require leaded, some require unleaded, depending on the year, make, model. Some require, 115, 120, 125, going all the way up, depending on the compression ratios, the power, the numbers that they turn. There are turbo-based fuels so that they have a better lubrication for like forced induction with turbos, superchargers, nitrous applications, up to 17 to 1, up to 20 to 1. When you start dealing with some of these cars, especially these small tire boys, don't know where I'm going here with this.
I can't tell you.
But I will tell you what, man, you've got to have a fuel that is readily available and always you can access it, right? So some guys, what I mean by that is like some guys run with brands like VP. So some guys run and they buy them in 5-gallon drums. Some guys outfit their trailer with a 55-gallon if they're pumping it into their one car for a whole weekend event, right? There's always many ways to do it. But some guys that don't have access to it just get stuck with what you have at the trackside, right? Which we know our trackside is Sunoco Race Fuels.
That's correct.
So we are looking at now going into full sponsorship with Renegade, which is going to be insane, so we can physically have standby fuel at any point in time, whether it be at the new PBIR, on trailer, on touring rigs, on street side of the show. What?
Well, you know, the exotic car scene here and the hot rod scene here, street car, it's all right here.
Yeah.
There's a huge lack of good race performance fuels here. The nice thing is, I spoke to Jody this morning, talk about a good guy, man, with great morals, great values from Renegade, and he's been working with the 405 crew the whole time. Good morning to Brian Luftwaffe out there. Ron Gibbons, ladies and gentlemen, you know Ron is the White Rhino. Good morning, and good morning to Candace Watkins. Bub, I can't help but look at this thing right here, and I'm saying,
That's
props.
a nice rack, bro.
Props, Bub.
Pull the cord.
Your turn.
That's it. I mean, there's only one thing that this could possibly be.
Turn around. Face the camera. Booty.
That's how you twerk right there.
That's how you twerk right there.
You got to have some serious
Horns.
meat back there. Okay, that's enough. Put them down.
Okay.
Come on, moving on.
Jeez, Bob.
I already did my prop.
How about that? Nitto Tire. Thank you, Nitto Tire, for all you did, man, to pull off the race and rally event on Saturday. I spoke to Chris over there at PBIR, who is the home track for the new Idea.
You're going to go with Idea.
I know the entertainment attorneys are meeting in Miami today, Bub.
Too many cars and too much horsepower for this to be an Idea.
How about, let's talk a little bit about this build. This is the, this car does belong to the world famous Goaty Bo.
That's right, man. This, many of you people saw this car. It has been featured on many shows before. This was a full white box Nova. At one point, it did look really good. Goaty Bo unfortunately did hit the wall in this car.
I was actually
From an
driving
axle-
for Goaty that day.
No chance, but it looked like you were. Definitely would have happened out of the light, right out, you know, if it were you.
I'd have gotten 60 feet and hit across the line.
For sure. Like, you wouldn't have had a 60-foot time. It just would have been like, like how fast could it wreck it?
That's correct.
0.05.
Good morning to James, our LLC business partner out there. James, we love you, bro. Did you see, you haven't seen the video he just sent over of the 18?
No, because I'm not in the group chat
I
of
just
all
went
the
back and
405
re-added
boys.
it. I just went back and re-added
Yeah, there's
it
like
to you.
10 or 11, so if you guys are out there watching and I haven't responded for the past 4 or 5 days, it's because somehow I got bumped out of the group chat. I think when we hit like 15 or 20 people in there, it bumped me. I don't know.
The 405 crew, they're like me. They're just a train wreck. Those boys are a lot of fun. Hey, guys, please share, too, if you will. Our business partner is asking us to share something as soon as our producer gets it up.
We're waiting for more.
Yep, exactly. So, Bub, we are going to be doing a twin-turbo small block setup in this car. That's what we're scheduled to do with
That's
this
right.
thing. I think that's how you're kind of building it and designing it right now.
Yeah.
Turbonetics is in, of course. Borley Exhaust is in. A lot of the big names are in. Nitto Tire is going to be in. Monster's in. A lot of the big names are involved with this build.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, we've got a lot of builds lined up here for not only, man, everything from a client standpoint for all of 2018 onward for BEM, but also from a SEMA contract build. We've got 7 contracted builds we have to complete for SEMA 18. That will be next November, so we have just over a year to get that done. Actually, we're already under that mark now. We're at 11 months. So we're at 11 months on those builds, right? So that's going to be a tough one to pull that one off, but we will pull it off. Team BEM always comes through at the 11th hour, especially with those SEMA builds, man. We were literally doing photo shoots 10 minutes before the truck and trailer were rolling out for SEMA 17, so we're looking forward to it, man. Everything's going to be good, but this is another one of those high horsepower builds we are going to be building for something we got working on behind the scenes.
Lewin Hayden from Ozark, Missouri. Good morning, my good friend Lewin. By the way, the BEM, our personal assistant, Craig, took our small touring rig, the dually and the touring trailer, the BEM rally car trailer, up to the New York, New Windsor area where Orange County Choppers is headquartered, and one of the bikes fell over in the trailer.
Go figure, dude.
Naturally, he said, it was when he pulled into the state of Virginia. And he said, oh my God, it is cloudy, the trees are bare, it's 35 degrees, the roads are beat, I just went out of this place.
Question.
Yes, sir.
Who strapped down the bikes?
You did. You did. You did. I know
Craig
you
just rolled
did
the bike
because
in.
if you did it, Bub, let's see. Shannon says she's not on the group chat either. WTF. No, Shannon. Some things you are not involved with. By the way, Shannon is our office manager. Shannon says you're a trip. Ron says, what's up, bro? How are you, Ron? But, so this is kind of the genesis of what's going on. This car will be fueled by Renegade Fuels, built by BEM with you and Goody Bo. I think you guys, he's coming in early. You guys are going to be doing some work on the Vet. I understand from Travis Santa Cruz, he's bought the parts for Black Ops. It's coming in. I'm going to send the documentation down for that today. That one will be here. My suggestion was he get it here while you and Goody are together, because you guys are developing this wonderful friendship, and I really see that build, the two technical minds building and going really, really far in the future, man.
Yeah, we were actually, we were discussing the Box Nova build this morning, while I was back in the paint shop getting some paint work done, which I actually decided to finally just totally can the fact that we scanned the custom paint on this one Mustang that we're doing back there, right? So I'm doing a custom scan on it, doing a paint blend. Let me tell you, that paint couldn't be more off than any other paint.
Which paint? The one, the Mustang?
On the
you're
charcoal
doing now?
Mustang, yeah. So it was naturally, this thing had a custom paint job done on it previously, so it's not just to open the book, pull out a code, look in the door jamb, pull out a code. It was nothing like that.
Charcoals are hard to match, man.
Right, they are if you just go with your normal, kind of like stick to a robot routine, right? So naturally, when you're doing your blends, you can typically just look at a paint code, you can look in a door jamb, in a glove box, wherever the paint code may be, all the way back to vintage times. You can look in there, you can get that code, you can get either a single stage or a base coat clear coat combo, especially for what we're doing. This is just a basic setup, base coat clear coat, but this has been painted before. So in order for me to do that car, I had to get the paint that was on that car, right? Because it wasn't just by code. This was a custom mix, so we actually had single source, which is our PPG rep. They come out, that's all we shoot with this PPG. They scan this car, and they pull out exactly what combination of components are in that color to make up that exact color. This one being, it was like a, man, I don't remember what it was called. It was called tungsten.
Tungsten.
Right, so it had like a real dark charcoal, kind of gray metallic to it. But the flake in there was a super heavy flake. It was a medium-sized flake. It wasn't a small fine flake like most factory production paints do. So you know what, I'll tell you what, dude, I went mad scientist on it this morning. I was back there, I had like 20 different cans of paint. I had the base tungsten that they sent me from that scan match, and I just kept mixing and shooting test panels from there. That's where I'm at. I'm on my third base coat now, getting ready to tack cloth that down. I've got about 20 minutes to work before I've got that clear. I'm gonna go back and lay that clear on. Before you know it, my hairs will be sticking up
Bub,
everywhere.
it's funny
It'll be
too.
great.
What kind of sets you apart from anybody else in the industry is you work every piece of your business, whether it's designing the car, literally, and people don't understand, you're old school. You don't sit down with the computer and CAD it. You literally draw it out by hand, you figure it out by hand, because that gives you the personal interaction with the vehicle itself. You literally feel that vehicle on that piece of paper that you're working with. Every piece that you put down, every part number that you put down. And a lot of people don't know that you make one order per car, and that's it. You never, ever have to circle back around and make a second order. That's how thoroughly product savvy you truly are. It's not only here in the main build facility of Bubba's Exotic Motorsports, it's next door in our upholstery shop that Greg runs our upholstery, and it's also next door in the paint shop. You can literally sit and work every part of your business, and it's all as beautiful as anywhere else you're working in the business.
Well, yeah, it's definitely something that I pride myself on, is being able to master every one of those pieces, whether it be like building engines, whether it be machining parts, whether it be doing something in the paint side, doing something in the upholstery side, fabricating audio systems, doing whatever it is I need to do, electronics. Man, everything about it. I pride myself on mastering all of those, because in life I'm not going to ever let anyone hold me down.
You have
and
never
that's
done
what
that.
you end up getting, is when you have to rely on other people to get the job done. Typically you wind up getting burned in the end. So I just take every step and everything necessary to get to a point where I can master every one of those things, so that no matter what, I could turn my back and walk and I wouldn't have to worry about anything, because I've got it all in my pocket.
Sometimes you get frustrated around here and say, fire the whole crew. It's just you and I, that's all I need, Dad.
Yeah.
And I take great pleasure in that. Bub, you got some shout outs right there.
Yeah, man, so we got Ron Gibney, let me see here.
Tell everybody who Ron Gibney is, Bub. He is known on the show as the White Rhino.
Well, thanks for telling everyone, because you just asked me to tell everyone.
So go ahead.
All right, so Ron Gibney, what's up? White Rhino. Share it on both my pages at the White, let me see, I'm probably sure that, at the White Rhino and the personal page. What's up, James? Which is Rhino talking to James on there. We got Donna Tessner, share it on Goaty's Bows page. And Ron Gibney, the White Rhino needs to be at SEMA and PRI 18.
I think SEMA is achievable, Bub. We do have 7 cars. We need to get out there. There is room, I think, to get the Rhino out at SEMA with us.
Yeah.
Something else very exciting. A lot of people don't know there are 2 Woodward fabrication shops set up in the world. You have one. here at the Bubba's Exotic Motorsports facility with every piece of fabrication equipment, rolling equipment, everything you can imagine offset here. And Billy Lane, your very good friend, the chopper builder from American Chopper, or what's your Monsters, what TV?
He did Monster Garage. He also did Biker Build Off
All of
and
those great things.
Choppers Inc.
And now he's doing a phenomenal job with, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Chet Burke, who is doing the Sons of Speed project with Billy Lane, has been a good friend of ours and producer of ours for many years, and is involved with our new, what are we talking about, Bub?
Idea?
Idea. That's it, right, that's what we're allowed to
It's
say.
so funny because, so when I talk to Billy, it's so funny, man. The other day I talked to him on, I don't know, like maybe Wednesday or something. We're having a set of custom wheels done from SEMA 17 for his brand new EcoBoost, right?
Are you really?
So
His truck, did he get rid of the silver truck?
yeah, got rid of the silver one. Now he has like almost a dark pewter, almost a graphite black. It's super dark. But you can see it's got some of that charcoal in it, right? So, you know, Ford does that super dark black, but they do a
Beautiful
heavy
color.
metallic flake in it. He just bought a brand new EcoBoost in that, man, so that's factory twin turbo. And of course, you know, Precision just won Best of with the new direct fit EcoBoost turbochargers
And you
for all
helped
those
develop that
F-150s.
unit.
So we are going to look at throwing on a set of those turbos
right
as
on,
well,
man.
which get those things up to 600 horse, all factory with no other aftermarket bolt-ons, right? So pretty solid right there. But it's so funny, man. He just sends me a text the other day. Haven't heard from him in like 3-4 days. He just sends me one text that says address question mark.
It'll show up here at Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. Brian Tessner says, yo, ladies and gentlemen, you know Brian Tessner from the show as
Goaty Bo.
Cody Bo. Bub, over here, I know you are getting the Bubba's Exotic Motorsports fabrication area set for the 30 or the 405 boys.
Yeah.
Specifically, you've been thinking about doing some special stuff with Cody Bo when he gets down here. So we have a bunch of hurricane relief products sitting over in that area, Bub, that many of which have gone south, others that have gone, you know, south, if you know what I'm saying.
South.
South.
Everything's gone south.
Down towards the Keys. And Bub, you're kind of organizing that area and getting it ready for full-time production over the next 8 months as we get ready for SEMA.
Yeah, man, we've got a lot of work to do. You guys are going to have to stay tuned for that stuff. As he mentioned earlier, we do have an incredible site that is getting completely updated daily right now at bubbasexoticmotorsports.com, featuring over 19,000 products in stock, all ready to ship. The latest and greatest in products. I'm talking from wheels, tires, suspension, coilovers, turbochargers, tuners. I mean, all of your stuff when it comes to either universal application, just all the way down to a grassroots of tire, or even direct fit applications if you need carbon creation pieces, if you need fenders, doors, hoods, trunk lids. It's all out there, and it is getting updated daily. There will be a year, make, model search for all these direct fit applications here coming very soon. That is a very big process to build, because we not only make sure from the manufacturer that these products are a direct fit out of the box, but also from BEM, we do ensure that those are quality fitment products. We're not going to let you guys buy something that you get out of the box and you're like, what the freak is this? There's no chance it fits the car.
Speaking of which, will you be working with Carbon Creations and Duraflex like that, and incorporating some of those true carbon fiber components on the boys' cars that you are building with them, the 405 crew?
Yeah, definitely. It's we've actually got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with a lot of these pieces, man. There's a lot of ways that we can lighten these cars up even more, make them lighter, make them stronger, make them faster. And, you know, you can still keep them on small tire applications instead of converting them over to that big tire where you can really plant that power. You want to right now get as much as you can out of a small tire car without going with like a full-blown tube chassis, which is front to rear fully connected.
Okay.
You know, because then you start getting into that class of you've got a car that's meant to go really fast. It's a true track car. And I mean, it's kind of hard to fight guys that are, you're going into a boxing ring with a guy that's 2 times your size, right? That's essentially what happens when you've got cars that are designed and built to go really fast in 4 seconds or less, or you've got guys that are running cars that they drive on the street all the time, and then they get them out there and they really lay down that raw power.
It's crazy, Bob, the way you guys are designing these things. I mean, you've been doing a lot of work right here to my right, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot see it, but the legend Wayne Varley's car is right here, the gold car. You've been doing a lot of motor research and design on that car over the last 3 days.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a great partnership. Lou and Hayden said, swing by next year and pick me up for SEMA. I'll buy all the drinks in Vegas, and we'll pay for the Elvis impersonator to get us off.
That's too funny, dude. All right, Lewin, you might have yourself a deal on that one.
We will be there. We will get you. We will take you out. You will be VIP with us in the 405 crew. And I'm telling you, man, my psychiatrist last night said she's making the trip with us because it's going to be out of control, man.
Hey, listen, dude. I feel like I kind of wrote it out pretty solid at SEMA 17. I literally thought about this last night. I was literally, this was like,
After you knocked the machine off the table because you lost $3?
listen, dude, don't worry about that machine, okay? So it's
It'll
the
never
fact
pay
of the
out
matter
again.
is, I think I may have been like, I was the only person walking in the streets of Vegas. I feel like from like 3 to 5 a.m. I just couldn't sleep at all, and so we have to be in the convention center at like 7 in the morning. So here it is me, I'm just walking around with a drink in my hand, walking all across the boardwalks everywhere and over the overcrosses in the streets of Vegas at 3, 4 in the morning. I'm literally looking around. I'm like, where in the freak is everyone? There's no one here.
Greg was sleeping upside down like a bat hanging
Oh,
from
he
the
was
curtain
gone.
rod. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
You got some more out there, bub.
Let's see
John
here.
Senior, you know John Senior, John Andrade Senior.
I got John Senior. Are those the parts for the Red Dragon? It's possible, but no chance. James, I got Yo John, which is him just saying hi on there. And then Brian, let's see here. Yes, sir, you will carbon.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
mean, what's missing from that? Yes, you will carbon.
Yes.
Are we?
Yes.
Are
He
we-
wants the carbon, and you are looking at carbon components for this build, bub.
That's more of a demand than a question. It's like, yes, you will carbon.
You want to hear the funny part? Goaty Bo is at his doctor's office making his doctor watch us this morning.
That's actually kind of funny.
It's hilarious, man.
Bend over,
People
boy.
don't understand. Bend over, yes, and make sure you cough too when you bend over. Goaty Bo. Make sure you do that. And Bub, that's what people don't understand. These are the things you're kind of trying to design. This isn't something that just happens like that. You sit back and really research everything. So when this car comes together, we have one order place and the whole front. You know, you got a front clip, this all carbon. You got all these parts that are out there that come together and designed to make one car.
Yeah, and you got to build it so it's not only fully functional, but super safe all at the same time, especially when you're working with cars like these. You always want every car built and designed
right,
properly
man.
so it's fully
You want these
functional.
boys safe.
But really safe. Every car you want to build that way, but even more so with these. You got to take it a step above every time.
Right on.
You know, because if you do, you have accidents, man. Things happen. You know, the products break, axles snap, spindles lock up, you know, bearings overheat. There are things that happen that will naturally pull you right into a wall no matter how good of a driver you are. Those things are inevitable. Now, can you prevent all that? Yeah, you can make sure that you keep your touch tight on your car so you always know what's going on. You've got a feel for it. You can always catch if something's going wrong. But when you're running 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, you are, did I count properly there?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's the way it goes.
Huh. I feel like I threw those around a little bit.
No, you
All
did
right.
fine.
So anyways, you have no time to, you know, counteract anything that goes wrong. So you got to make sure that these things are built right one time out of the gate, and then you just go out there and just have fun.
That's how it is. You don't have comebacks. You don't have comebacks, Bub, because of that reliability. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, stay up with the Red Dragon. Andrade Senior, that he has brought his sons into it. Goaty Bo says, Rod. He brought his sons into it. He's a dad, much like your father. You and I are a father and son team. We're together all the time. He's with his kids 24/7, man, and it's a very special relationship. I love that. He drives the Red Dragon, Bub, and he's constantly putting the Red Dragon up there for you to see 5 and 6 times a day, and at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll watch him post as well. That's his time, not our time. So
Yeah.
it's 5-hour time for his. The Red Dragon is all over Instagram, and he's always showing you passes and parts and things like that.
No, and that's you know, that's what people want. You know, they want to be included in this as fun. You know, it's we'll be doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on here. As you know, our behind the scenes, we make them really fun. We always throw some sneak peeks at everything
Yeah.
we're doing here. Even on all our SEMA builds, we throw the sneak peeks up, but we'll never give you that full shot. So you always have to be on the edge of your seat, just waiting to see that unveil when it's done.
What did Bo say?
Carbon everything, ha, 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 with a bunch of dots and then please. I love it.
So it's more like carbon everything, please. Andrade Senior, Bub, he's going to send you another one here. See, our producers are very good. We communicate with everybody that comes. I don't need to sleep. That's exactly right. That's
That's
exactly
how I
right,
am.
Senior. That's it. God gave us one life, man. We'll sleep when we're too old and we're tired, Bub. That's
Listen,
gonna wrap.
dude, if you want some serious muscle, though, you got to get a minimum of 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Goaty Bo, that tip was for you. So,
Bo, two of the Miami Marlins were watching you work out yesterday, by the way.
This is true.
I specifically, Bo, liked when you said, here you go. See, this is the stuff the ladies and gentlemen don't see, and I can't release too much because it is a family thing. But when Bo sat down, his phone was in front of him, and there was a perfect crotch shot. I
saw a glimpse of the ball sack, too,
You
right
did?
up the side of the shorts. If you
did?
go back and slow it down a little, for sure.
Did you see it? But he wears shorts like Richard Simmons.
Our producer, Robin, is actually wondering.
They're like up here, and
Listen,
he's got
he
the
had-
little slit up the side. That's how Bo works out.
So we actually had a bet. It's Tuesday, correct?
Yes.
We had a bet yesterday morning before the show. There's no chance I can make it through the whole week without mentioning balls or dick. I didn't make it to Monday, and I definitely didn't make it past Tuesday.
And
And I
plus,
came in hot with the shaft.
And you came in hot with the shot. And plus that, Bo really prided himself. He did chest press. He did 5 of 20 pounds yesterday, Bub.
10 of 100, so it's not bad, but it was still pretty amateur.
Donna Tessner says gross.
Hey, it's a true story.
Well, it's funny when those big Richard Simmons shorts and one hanging out down the side while he's lifting.
Hey, props then. If your junk is hanging out of your shorts, you're solid in my book. I don't care if you're lifting 10s on the bench.
Bo was definitely pushing it out there, Bub. This episode, Bub,
What?
we're going to wrap up this episode.
So what, are you going to come into it like that? That's not even the way you end.
Until tomorrow.
There you go. Keep on doing it Bubba style.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got one more coming in from Shannon. Can Double D wear those? Double D is referring to Derek Dietrich, number 32 in your hearts, number 1 on the fields of the Miami Marlins. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode has been brought to you by Bubba's Exotic Motorsports. That's Bubba'sExoticMotorsports.com, where you can shop us for all the online apparel for Christmas gifts, things like that. 19,000 products up there. Borla exhaust, Nitto wheels, or Nitto tires, American Racing wheels, the whole 9 yards. Brian says that was for, what was that? That was for, I can't read that word. That was for Bub. That was for Bub. The nut shot was for Bub. Bo said that was nut shot. You got to see everybody offset over here reading all the comments, ladies and gentlemen. James says.
Tell James, yes, I was meat gazing.
Yeah. James, yes, Bub was meat gazing, of course. He walked in with his shaft, okay? So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is family fun. This episode's been brought to you by Monster. Monster is energy done Bubba style. It's how we stay up and build these amazing cars. Right on, ladies and gentlemen, Monster. Wayne Varley, all you guys are represented up on top, the Box Nova of Bose. Renegade Fuels, how do you think we fuel these cars and get them up and down the strip? Ladies and gentlemen, 22 million of them around the world are going to know Renegade before you know it. And Borla Exhaust, man. Borla is exhaust done Bubba style. All these great people, Turbonetics, and Bub, you're going to be spooling these boys up and sending them down the road real quick like. I've seen the renderings, I've seen the drawings and designs. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the Moose is Loose in Abacoa, Florida. Miss Outlaw Boutique, the beautiful Robin and Layla. You'd want to go there just to see them alone. Men's night, Thursday night, 6 to 8. They are serving old fashions. I ran around, what is it? 6 to 9? 6 to 9? The producer says 6 to 9. He's got headsets on like this. He's got reindeer antlers going like this because he's all festive in the mood, and he's holding up fingers and everything, and one of his balls is hanging out of his sack over there too, and I'm getting the finger. Ladies, that's not the wrap-up finger either, ladies and gentlemen. 6 to 9 in Abacoa, 1200 Town Center Drive, Suite 108. I personally went out and bought all the stuff for the old fashions. It's made of orange liqueur, bourbon, maraschino cherries, and something else. But I bought it last night. I know the ladies are going to be serving it up. 1200 Town Center Drive, Miss Outlaw Boutique, for all the greatest in boutique fashion and apparel. That'll wrap it up for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everybody around the world, for joining us. We appreciate it. We truly do. And thank you for letting us come into your hearts and into your home. Today, as you move throughout your day, make sure you reach out to touch somebody's life in a very positive manner. It's Christmas time. You'll see people with packages in their hands. They're tired from working. They're tired of trying to shop. Goaty Bo has a package in his hand, from what I understand. Please open the door for Bo if he's carrying that package over his shoulder. If somebody's hands are full, ladies and gentlemen, make sure we reach out and open the door for them, especially if it's one of the elders. Their back's tired, their hands are tired, their legs are tired. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. If somebody's standing on the corner hungry, you don't have to give them your money. Just give them a meal, man. Sitco's on the corner, 7-Eleven, McDonald's, something cheap, $5. That's your Starbucks. Just do it. And if somebody's got holes in the bottom of their shoes, ladies and gentlemen, give him a pair of yours. I'll bet there's a pair in the trunk. Even if it's a pair of your high-heel shoes, ladies, he'll at least feel comfortable that way. Give him a jacket, give him a hand. Reach out to touch somebody's life in a positive way. And let's remember, God gave us these beautiful four-legged animals that we're supposed to be taking care of, and let's make sure we take care of them the best we possibly can. Give them all the love, all the attention, all the medical veterinary support that they need, because without them, we're not better people. Until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I got to thank all the 405 crew. Those boys are great boys, man. It's a blessing for Bub and I to have this relationship with them. William Varley, Goaty Bo, the White Rhino, Andrade Senior, all of you boys out there, and all of our wonderful sponsors here. Until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, keep on doing it, Bubba style. Let's go get something to eat, Bubba.